Hey, 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 hey. What's up? It's your boy, KQKC Boxing. Coming to you with another video live stream. That's right. I felt like doing it tonight. So I figured, why not? And also, the top three heavyweights. That's been the talk for the last 6-7 months. We're going to say Tyson Fury. I'm going to say Luis Ortiz. Say Anthony Joshua. Now, and we're also going to say none other than Deontay Wilder. Now, what I have a problem with is one, Anthony Joshua. Great fighter. Don't get me wrong and don't get it twisted. He is a great fighter. Now, but I do question his heart. Now, I don't mean his heart as far as going in there and continue on boxing round after round, but I just can see it in his face, a defeated man, but he tries to hide it. And we all know how that looks. I mean, sure, you can play the tough role, but he's not cut from that type of cloth. For instance, let me just explain this real fast. This ain't gonna be a long stream, so don't sack in and all that shit. When Big Baby Miller said, "I smell pussy," and talked about his mama in a dress. Sure, he act like, oh wow, I really want to fuck him up. But in his heart, deep down inside, see, I seen shit like this in high school. But he's not gonna do shit. Sure, he might say a few words, and that's it. I mean, if he was in the ring and he said that, he probably wouldn't say nothing. I mean, if someone talked about, let's say, my mama or Deontay Wilder's mother, they would say more than shut up, go away, shut up, go away. No, that's not going to work. No. See, no, your mama, I tell her when I see her tonight, how you been showing out, some shit like that, come on. But we all know that Anthony Joshua, I'm not going to say he's a paper champion because he did win the belts, but he won them because Tyson Fury had to relinquish him. Now, we all know the story. We all know that Tyson Fury is the lineal heavyweight champion. That means that he did not lose the belts in the ring. He lost them outside the ring. So guess what? Promoter Eddie Hearn, crooked as they come, and you know what? I'm not exaggerating because he have done some slick shit. If I was in the UK and I lived in the UK, it would be more dirt on him than it is now. Trust me. And they know it. There's a lot of UK people that haven't mentioned everything that Eddie Hearn has done. Why? Because they stick together over there. It's no bullshit. They stick together. Why? Because it's a boxing country. I mean, let's face it. It's a boxing country. In the United States, we're not that crazy about boxing. We're just not. I mean, I am. Fanon, he is. 78 Sport, he is. Ticket TV, he is. Barbershop Conversation, he is. Retro Boxing, he is. I mean, hey, Blue Blood, he is. I mean, I can go on and on. Okay? We are actually boxing fans. But this is not a boxing country. Not like the UK. I keep on going over this and over this. And everybody from the UK always challenged me on this. You know, how many people showed up for this boxing event? How many people hey, we're not a boxing country. I keep saying that. We are a football country. We are a basketball in an NBA, NFL, MLB. I mean, how many times I have to go over this? A college football game has 120-some thousand people that come out. And we're talking about for 18 and 21-year-olds. Now, that's a sport. That's a money-making sport. Yes. In the NBA, all are millionaires. But we're just not that boxing family like the UK. They love boxing, and boxing is what they do over there. If they're not boxing, they're watching it or participating in it some type of way. Sure, they have Wimbledon, tennis, what's they call that? Rugby, and what's the other thing where they hit with the little stick going through the hole, whatever? I'm quite sure they play golf and all that, you know, but that is what Wimbledon is. But I try to explain that to them, but I don't know why they don't get it. Then another thing, we in the United States only heard basically Eddie Hearn once he came over here, which he thought he was going to sign big name fighters, and what happened was it backfired on him. You know, everybody was comfortable where they're at. I mean, sure, you always gonna have some grunt employees. You know, things are not always going to go your way, but that doesn't mean you have to leave that promoter. And that's what he is experiencing now. See, he shouldn't took all that money from those people thinking that the zone would be a big hit like it is over in the UK. You know, that's what research teams are all about. You know, that's what people do and get paid to do, to research, to take surveys, to see how many people are interested. But me, that's not my field. But I can tell you this. Majority of the people are not interested in paying $10 plus tax for an app to watch maybe what, B, C level fighters, MMA, which is designed, and I'm not trying to be a racist here, as I mentioned before, but it's designed for mostly Caucasians. It's mostly like a NASCAR gathering. I mean, sure, you have your African Americans in there, but you don't see but majority of Caucasians. I mean, facts are facts. I'm sorry. That's what they are. Now, another thing. I want to talk about the LDBC. Yes, I do. Now, I'm going to go back to Anthony Joshua in just a second. Now, I'm KQKC Boxing. I'm a new channel going into my 6th month today, actually. And I have 71 subscribers. But some subscribers and some potential subscribers think I'm a member of the LDBC, which I don't know what you do to be a member of it, but I'm not. And I'm not going to lie and say I am. I respect what they do. And I always said that if they was a little more together, they can form what they call a players union or a fighters union. What I mean by that is, if you get hurt, like Keith Thurman had to pay out his pocket, he didn't have any insurance, well, the LDBC will make sure that that money is there. Of course, you're going to have to pay into it. I mean, just like in regular HMO, Blue Cross Blue Shield, you know, the NBA, they have a players association. Subject to strikes or whatever, if contracts are not fair or fair practices are not being done. And also the NFL, they have a player association. So why not boxing have a players association? And I couldn't think of a better group of people to spearhead it than the LDBC. Why? Because look at the judges we have now. And look at the scores that they had. I'm not going to get into that. That's for another video. But look at the judges. Look at the referees. I mean, come on. Look at the promoters. So you need someone that's on a even, neutral playing field. Someone that's not so close to the promoters, to the judges, or to the referee to spearhead a fighters association where the fighters can come. If they don't have insurance, they can apply for insurance. Keith Thurman, there's no way he should have came out of pocket and paid all that money for that surgery. He should have had some type of HMO or some type of Blue Cross or Blue Shield. And also, it's not free. Of course, you have to pay into it. Now, why boxers don't have that? Every other sports has some type of safety net or insurance in case something should happen. So I think that's a great idea because fighters do get hurt. Deontay Wilder, when he knocked out Laverne Cole, he broke 2 fingers. And of course, they had to put pins in them. Titanium. Look at Kell Brook. He has 2 eye sockets that was broke. One by Triple G and one by Earl Spence. And he had titanium in both eyes. There's no way you should have to pay out of pocket, I mean cash, and those surgeries and those specialties, because they're not going to go to your local trauma center. They're going to go to a specialist. And that costs money. Now, while you're fighting, if you're not fighting, you still should be paying into it each month. And that way, you're covered in case you need to have something done. Now, is that such a bad idea? Why can't the LDBC spearhead that? It's a lot of smart brothers that can do a lot for boxing besides raising certain boxers' profile. Oh, yes, they did. Deontay Wilder's profile was raised very well. And now he's reaping the benefits. Now, with the win December the 1st, he'd be put in a position where he can make some demands. Now, I want to get back to Anthony Joshua. Now, it's just mighty funny that every time a fighter call out Anthony Joshua, or it's time to fight him, or this is mandatory. Now, King Kong Ortiz was called the boogeyman for a reason. And that reason was because a lot of heavyweights were ducking and dodging him. Now, they don't want to talk about that. See, they don't want to talk about how Anthony Joshua dodged Ortiz. Then, this is how delusional a lot of AJ fans are. Now, I'm not just talking about the UK. Now, don't get it twisted. You know, I love the UK. I'm not only talking. I mean, you got AJ fans all over, but I read a few comments that said, "Well, why Deontay Wilder? Why didn't he fight Povetkin? Why didn't you know?" I mean, know your boxing. Know your boxing news. You know why Deontay Wilder didn't fight Povetkin? Because his ass was doped up. That's why. Actually, Deontay Wilder was on a plane headed to Russia. And he had to get his ass off the plane and turn around and go back. Then here come Ortiz. He getting high too. But Deontay Wilder did something I didn't even expect him to do. Like I told you, Deontay Wilder is a good brother outside that ring. He will show you that old Southern hospitality. So, like he said, God ain't going to bless you. I'm going to bless you. I'm going to bless you with another chance. See, Deontay Wilder, he didn't have to fight him. Oh, no. He didn't. He could have dodged him like Anthony Joshua did, thanks to Eddie Hearn, who fixed it up, where he didn't have to fight him. Now, Deontay Wilder said, you know what? I'm going to give you another chance. So he gave him another chance, and we all know what happened in that fight. Now, guess who Luis Ortiz is promoted by now? You guessed it, Eddie Hearn. The same man that was responsible for Anthony Joshua dodging Ortiz the first time. Now he's really going to keep him away from Anthony Joshua. I mean, he might use him as a sparring partner in the gym. That's about it. That's about it. And we all know what happened with Deontay Wilder. I'm not going to go into that book again. But like I said on my last two videos I made today, Deontay Wilder, he might forgive you, but he's not going to forget. And when he do, Lord Jesus, Anthony Joshua, I hope you prepared. UK people, I hope you prepared. Because, you know, in a way, don't take this the wrong way, but I really do feel sorry for the UK people, because they've been hoodwinked, they've been bamboozled, and damn, they've been led astray. And it's all due to matchroom boxing, led and spearheaded by Edward Hearn. Why I say that? Because they believe everything IFL TV, when they interview Eddie Hearn, they believe everything. I mean, everything he says. I sent the contract over to Wilder. I haven't heard anything. Where your pen? You lost your pen? Where your pen? You damn right he lost his pen. Because the contract was bogus. I stated in my video, I don't like to repeat myself. But I'm going to reiterate this again. He sent over a contract. And this is crazy. If it is a draw, there's no rematch. Now, if Deontay Wilder wins, there's a rematch. But if Anthony Joshua wins, there's no rematch. You tell me. I'm not a promoter. And whoever's listening, you're not a promoter, I hope. If you was, it doesn't matter. But who would sign that type of bullshit? Somebody talk to me. Tell me. If you're listening, holler. Because I'm going to tell you, that's some bullshit. So, that's why he lost his pen. That's why he didn't send that contract back. I don't know, but maybe he was trying to figure out, should I shove it up Eddie's ass or should I shove it in his fucking ear? I don't know. But that was bogus. Then he sent another contract over that was worse than that. But see, the UK people is thinking that Deontay Wilder has a perfectly legit, even, rational contract. And he's not signing because he don't want to fight Anthony Joshua. Now the cat is out the bag. At least I hope they are UK people. See, I have a couple UK subscribers and I would like to hear from you because I would like to know what they're saying over in the UK. Do they actually believe now that Anthony Joshua didn't want to fight Deontay Wilder? Did they hear when Barry Hearn said, no, we don't want to fight him right now? We want to let it marinate. It's an $80 million fight right now. Then later on down the line, it could be a $200 million fight. Did they hear that part? Did Hatman Strikes Back report to that? No, I doubt it. So that's why I have to tell the UK people and the American people, we need to stick together. Yes, we do. We're not boxing country like you are, but the hardcore boxing fans here, we need to stick together and make sure boxing stays better than ever before. We got to make sure boxing is cleaner than before. We got to try to better boxing. We got to try to work together. Promoters are doing it now, which is great. I know Oscar De La Hoya hate that he might have to work with Al Heyman, but Canelo gonna have to fight somewhere. It might be PBC or it might be ESPN. Who knows? But he gonna have to fight somewhere. And another thing, I'm tired of the fighters picking and choosing who they fight next. We all know, okay? We all know unifications trump mandatories. We know that. But if it's not a unification fight, go ahead and make the mandatory fight. Don't go out there looking for another opponent. Fight that number one contender. Fight your mandatories. Then if a unification pops up, Fight that one. That's what I'm looking for in 2020. I'm looking for more unification fights. They're out there. They can be made. Some are promoted by the same promoter. So that's what has to happen. And I mean, we all know how I feel about Eddie Hearn. You know, he could have been a really a person that's good for boxing. But the approach he takes, the unethical approach he takes towards boxing, I don't like. Now, Anthony Joshua, I'm not going to call him a dummy. I might call him very cautious. And I think he believes in Eddie Hearn. Now, I'm not saying he believes every word he says, but I think he believes that Eddie Hearn is correct on majority of things he tells him. Because if not, I will hope that he wouldn't sign that 3-year extension. Because trust me, he could have got picked up from another promoter. Frank Warren would have took him, anyone. But that goes to show you what type of promoter Eddie Hearn really is. I wonder, did he tell Anthony Joshua that I would love to have Deontay Wilder on our team? See, he did Luis Ortiz like that. See, he thought he would do Deontay Wilder like that. See, if Deontay Wilder would have signed with Eddie Hearn, then Anthony Joshua would have been free and clear. He wouldn't have had nothing to worry about for the next 2 or 3 years, or even more. Or till fans start demanding it. So, that was a good move to get Ortiz on your side, and that way you can do whatever you can to prevent that fight from happening, which I would love to see. See, the UK people. Now, Deontay Wilder said that in New York. I'm sorry, in London. It's up to the UK people to start making some noise. Just like 78 Sport and the LDBC, just like the YouTube channels, just like my channel and everybody else's. Make some noise. Demand what you need. I had so much respect for Ticket TV for how he went in on Kenny Porter, in case you was wondering. I mean, I don't know the brother, but I listen to the brother. I'm subscribed to the brother, but I don't know him personally, and I doubt if he know I'm alive. I don't even think he know my channel. But I was just so amazed of how he stood up tall like a man, and not like a rented media person who only asks the good questions or the softball questions, I call it. But he got down to the nitty gritty. And then when he heard that Eddie Hearn might ask the Porters to sign with him or fight on his own or fight Jesse Vargas, I love the way he responded. Don't you do it, Kenny. Kenny, don't you do that shit. Kenny, you bet not, Kenny. Oh, man. I was on the ground rolling. See, I like that, you know. I like that boldness, that aggression, you know. People talk about the LDBC, you know. I don't know. That's probably they think I'm part of the LDBC. because we talk aggressive, you know. I guess that's just that African American tribe in us. You know, we talk aggressive, we talk loud, we talk meaningful, we talk prideful. That's how we are. We bold and we beautiful. That's right. We strong people. We come from strong ancestors. Same with every other ethnic background. Just like Hispanics. They will fight to the end. Some people, some Mexican fighters say, hey, look, you have to carry me out this ring tonight. And you know what? Brandon Rios, he's won. No matter how he getting his ass beat, he still keeps coming. That's right. And you know who else was like that? May he rest in peace. Gotti. Oh, yes. He will go to war. But no matter how busted up he was, no matter how his hands was broke, no matter how his nose was broke, he stayed in there. You better not stop this fight. See, that's the fight. That's a fighter. I used to love them days, boy. Woo-wee. And we ain't gonna talk about trainers. Oh, we ain't gonna talk about shit. Now, Robert Garcia is a good trainer. Derrick James is a damn good trainer. Oh, yes. Virgil Hunter is a damn good trainer. But that Lou Duva, God damn it, he's a damn good trainer. He was the best. At that time, I was a shorty. But he trained Holyfield like it was no tomorrow. That's right. The fighters today versus the fighters back then, I'm going to tell you the difference. The fighters back then, they was a little more tough. Excuse me. It was a little more rougher. Now, the fighters today are less rougher and tougher. But what you know, the fighters today is more finesse, more ring generalship, more fundamentals, use more angles, use that jab more. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. We had some old timers that knew how to use that jab. And I'm going to tell you one. He has our heavyweight champion right now, Mark Brillman. Yes, he's the trainer of Deontay Wilder. He had a jab that no one seen before. That jab snaps and will pop your head off your neck. And he knew how to throw a right. When he knocked Stavern out, Deontay Wilder, that reminded me how Mark Brillman, I don't care who was in the Olympics, because he was the best amateur in the world. But that reminds me how Mark Brillman, because he had to teach Deontay Wilder how to do that, because he torqued his body and he turned his arm, and it was a perfect shot. And of course, it put Stavern down with his neck hanging, out cold. And he learned that from Mark Brillman. I know he had. He had to. That's what I'm talking about. But like any old school or new school, I like the oldies and the goodies, but I like the new and the fresh. That's right. Like I always tell everybody, I'm not new to this shit. You know, I'm just, I'm not new to it. I'm just true to it. That's all. We all heard my story on my videos. We all know that KQKC is not doing this for money. Yeah, I ain't got none. But it's a cause I'm doing it for. That's what I'm doing it for. It's a cause that's killing people. And I know it's killed someone in each and everybody's family. They call it the big C. I call it cancer. And I've been to too many funerals of people that died with it in my family. So that's near and dear to me. That's why I say, I'm in this by myself. Oh yes, I reached out to a few LDC people. Black Fight fan, he reached back out to me. You know what he told me? Brother, keep doing your thing. Don't quit. That's what the trolls want you to do. And I say, hey, thanks, brother. You know, you give me confidence. That's right. In the boxing clinic, he responds back. Now, those are only two really that respond back from the LDBC. You know, but for now, gave me a shout out a couple times. But that's all right, because I know they're busy. They got other things going on. But I'm not going to give up. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people want me to do that. A lot of people tell me to do that. But I won't, because I like boxing and I have a cause I'm doing it for. Because I know it's a cure out there for cancer. It's just that a lot of people just can't afford it. And they making too much money off of it. But I'm not going to go into the medical. I'm going back to Anthony Joshua. Now, we always talking about this person ducking this person ducking this person. Do you know Anthony Joshua has been the biggest ducker in pro boxing? We just seen ducking Ortiz and ducking Wilder. Oh, he had ducked many more. Oh, yes. Or he'll try to buy his time like he's trying to do Deontay Wilder. You know, oh yeah, it's an $80 million fight right now, but it could be a $200 million fight in 2020. You know what? When Barry Hearn said that, I said, you know what? That's the same shit Anthony Joshua said. I guess they figured what? Deontay Wilder, he got 40 fights on his belt. He'd be a little slow by then. The right hand won't be as powerful and fast. So, you know, it might be a little still tough fight, but I can pull it out. But it's up to the people. If the UK people stand up and stop calling him their hero and get on his ass, then that make Edward Hearn get on his ass. Then that fight can be made. Then we can see a real heavyweight fight. Hell, we seeing a real one December 1st. Because see, he just holding that belt warm for Fury or Wilder. That's all he's doing. He holding those belts warm. That's it. So guess what? He picked Charles Martin. He knew he could beat Charles Martin. Come on. Charles Martin, he won by default. He was champion by default. The boy broke his Achilles heel. And he did not lay a punch on him. Soon he get in the ring with Anthony Joshua, which he got paid peanuts. So he compared Charles Martin, Deontay Wilder, to Charles Martin. And no goddamn well, he's no Charles Martin. You know, see, shit like this just bites my ass. Because, see, people try to take advantage of other people. But you know what? If he when he went December 1st, we all know his stock has risen. Hell, his stock has risen right now. That's right. You ought to seen the people were shouting his name. You ought to seen the people were saying Bronze Bomber or Bomb Squad. That's right. That's the first heavyweight I seen in my lifetime that learned on the job. That's right. And you know another one? Not too many people talk about him. Brian Jennings. That's right. He was new to the game, and he has done very well. But the top three, I'm gonna say the top four will be Ortiz, Fury, Wilder, and Joshua. I'm sorry, Dominic Brazil. You have to cry to somebody else. And that's another one. I'm tired of his ass. Every time I look around, he's crying about, well, I'm the mandatory to the WBC. We know that. But we know unification always trump what? Mandatories. I'm not going to hold you long. I'm just telling you how I feel. I'm just telling you what's going on in the heavyweight division. I'm trying to tell you that we need to stick together with the UK people and American people. We got to start demanding these fights we want to see. Because if we don't, they're going to do what the hell they want to do. And you know what? Because we love boxing so much, we're going to fucking watch it. But I be damn, I pay $10 or something for an app to see B and C level fighters. Sure, Tevin Farmer, he's a champion. He's a B level champion, though. We want to see some real names. Remember, Eddie? You said, well, I'm going to have the top names. I'm going to have the top champions, you know. I mean, what happened to that? I keep telling you, this is a different market. This is not a boxing market. You should have done your research. You should hire a research team to come over here before you came over. The zone is not going to work like it works over in the UK. Well, you finding that out now. But I'm going to tell you, Eddie, Edward, you're going to have to pay that money back. If you don't, you be going back to the UK with a pipe stuck in your ass and a broken leg. And that's no joke. So, get ready, because Al Heyman is about to make another deal. Now, this is what I hear from a friend of mine's cousin that's a part of Floyd Mayweather camp. And I never said I would put his name out there, and I'm not going to put his name out there. Now, this is what I hear. This ain't nothing concrete. But Al Heyman is about to make another deal with another network. What deal it is, I don't know. But I know it's not HBO. And another thing with HBO, they're not out of it just quite yet. A lot of people think, oh, Boston's over with for HBO. No, they're not. A little tip for you. HBO, president of HBO Sports, said they almost 90% sure that they will show other boxing events, but they have to be big boxing events. In other words, they got to get more bang for the buck. But it doesn't happen, then no boxing. Now, they also will replace Jim Lampley, Roy Jones, and Max Kellerman, and bring in a new commentary crew. This is what I'm hearing. So they're not totally out of boxing just yet. Other words, they're like a fighter. they're gonna pick and choose their spots. So there you go. That's a tip for the day from KQKC. Now, don't hold my feet to the fire about that, all right? And also, Al Heyman about to do another deal with another network. Now, I'm not for sure about it, so that's why I'm not going to speak about it. Because that's one thing about it. I check my sources. And before I'm at least 90% sure, I don't say shit. And I'm not 90% sure of this. You know, so therefore, but what I do know that Al Heyman did not just jump up overnight and made deals with Sports Fox and Fox Network, partnered up with Showtime. You know, he's smart. You know, he was a producer. He's from Harvard. He's not a dummy. He is an advisor. And sometimes he does play a promoter role. But people don't understand. He never boxed. No. Did you know he had a brother that boxed? Yes, he did. He had a brother that boxed. I mean, he didn't promote him or nothing like that, but his brother boxed. So that what got him into boxing. So with that, I wish Deontay Wilder a great camp. I do. I really do. This is October. Now, he gonna give his all. And I know Tyson Fury gonna give his all. And I would love to see a great heavyweight fight. Only thing I want to see some improvement from Deontay Wilder. What I mean by that is, I want to see his punches not so wide. I want him to work that jab. I want him to work off of the jab. I would like to see him go to the body more. I think he'd do what? 2 body shots around? That's not going to work with a big guy like Fury. You have to work that body up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. That's right. Now, you also have to move to your right. That's right. You're going to have to stay out of his right hand. Now, you do have a left, so, and you do have a right. That's your advantage right there. Now, this is one fight. You don't have the advantage of height because he's taller than you. So, I know Mark Grillen is working on a great game plan. Oh, yes, no doubt about that. Now, do I believe in Deontay Wilder? I sure do. Sure, he didn't have that strong amateur pedigree. I understand. I know. Who don't want to be a part of the Alabama football tradition? Everybody lives in Alabama want to be part of that college football tradition. So he didn't make the team. But he did have a daughter. He had a daughter that needed help. So he found a way to help her. And that way was boxing. See, a lot of people, they know a lot of boxing stories. Like the Petersons. How they used to sleep in bandit cars in the wintertime. How boxing saved their life. How Barry Hunter loved them more than boxing. How boxing was able to keep them out of the cold. That's right. Same with Floyd Mayweather. Boxing got his father on the straight and narrow once he got out of jail. Boxing got the Mayweathers out of Michigan, except for grandmama. Grandmama don't want to move. But every time Floyd visits grandmama, he give her a stack of money. You know what grandmama do? She try to put that shit in her bra. Yeah, we talking about like 5 G's or something like that. Stacks, you know, hundreds. You know, Floyd that's his grandmother. She raised him. See, Floyd's mother was on narcotics. And his father sold the narcotics. So Floyd's grandmother raised him as a young child. Then Uncle Roger took him and brought him out to Las Vegas. And he remained there ever since. But he do go back to Michigan and see grandmama. And he also give grandma a stack of money. And grandmama, you try to put that shit in her bra. Now, I'm laughing because she's old school. You know, God bless my grandmother. But my grandma used to do the same thing, but she didn't have no stack of money. She might put a 10 or 20 in there, but that could fit. But she tried to put all that money in us. I mean, we all sing 24/7, you know, so. But that's all I have for you. I just wanted to talk about Anthony Joshua and boxing a little bit. You know, sometimes I get in that mood and want to talk about boxing. So I can't do a super chat because I don't have enough subscribers. But I will be. I'm not going to give up. And my subscribers that I have, I hope you don't give up on me. Because I'm going to do my damnness to make this channel grow and make this channel better than what it is. So, with that, excuse me, I'm KQKC Boxing Channel. If you like where this new channel is going, please subscribe to my channel. And once you do that, hit the icon bell. And once you hit the icon bell, you get notified each and every time I upload a video. Then once I'm through upload a video, you watch it, hit the like button. That like button is very important to everyone that has a channel. And definitely it's important to me. Yes, this is a new channel. New things are to come. And I was thinking about this, and I've been thinking about it since my channel been in existence. 6 months, actually today. I'm going to do a video of whatever. It depends what the news is for the day. Then at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. You know, it's always good for your subscribers to know who they're subscribing to. I would do a live where you can see my face more, besides just on my page. And, you know, I'm very excited. A lot of things. I got a lot of ideas I want to do. New media is here, and it's here to stay. So all I ask is subscribe to me, and you'll see the new things and new ideas that I have. And again, don't be hoodwinked, don't be bamboozled, and don't be led astray by the promoters and Anthony Joshua. He's not that great. He's a good fighter, but he has Eddie Hearns to pick and choose who he's going to fight. And if he can't pick and choose him, Eddie Hearns going to put him on his team like he did Ortiz. He tried to do Wilder like that, but Wilder got too much anger towards that man for him to sign him. And Deontay Wilder is right when he was in London. It's up to the UK people to call him out on his shit, acting like he been talking to them and never talked to him. I mean, just lied. But I'm not going to get into that again. We all know what it is, all right? It is what it is. And Anthony Joshua, you're a great fighter, but use your common sense. I like Anthony Joshua. Believe it or not, I like him. I really do. I think he's a nice, amenable, soft-spoken young man. But I think Eddie Hearn took advantage of that. Yes, I do. Because when Gerald Miller said, I smell pussy, Anthony Johnson, he didn't, I think he probably was he's just not cut from that cloth. That's the only thing I can say. He's just not that type of person that curses you out and, motherfucker, and he's not that type of person. He's the type of guy that you would like to bring home to mama. That's the type of guy he is. Now, to be a fighter and to be a heavyweight fighter, Deontay Wilder is like a pit bull. You still gonna bring him home to mama, but you leave him off that leash. That pit bull will attack your ass. Trust me. I never had a pit bull, but I have a Rottweiler. And ain't nobody getting in that door. I could take a nap on the couch and leave my door wide open. Except the screen door. And I bet nobody gonna walk in that door. Never have to worry about that. Well, besides that, I'm KQKC Boxing Channel. Please, I need your subscription. If not, check in with me. Listen to what my videos have to say. With that, that's all I have to say. And one more thing, like I always say, I am not new to this shit, but I'm true to this shit. Peace and love.